Today, I'm going to talk about how I organize my whole reselling business. If you sell on eBay, Poshmark, Mercari, Depop, or Etsy, this software basically helps keep your whole business organized in many different ways. It has a lot of aspects to it, so I'm going to try to browse over some of them today. I made one other video about listing on this software as well that you can check out under my videos. But the site is Nifty, Nifty.AI. So this is basically what I use. I sell on all these sites. I don't have it disconnected to Etsy yet, but it just got approved for Etsy. So I could connect an Etsy store to here. I don't sell vintage on Etsy, even though I do sell stuff on Etsy. I may, if anyone wants to see Etsy work on here, let me know, and maybe I'll copy over some of my listings to Etsy and show the Etsy side of things. But right now I have my stuff on Poshmark, eBay, Mercari, and Depop. So this is great software if you list on one or even all the sites. So you can run it where you have all your listings and it works just for eBay or it works just for Mercari, and then you can copy them over to the other sites, or you don't have to. Just like I left Etsy empty here at the end. It's just kind of up to you depending on how you want to run your business. But it is nice to be able to use all the sites sometimes. If one site's slow one day, maybe, Poshmark picks up and eBay's slow, or vice versa. So that's kind of nice. The software can really handle a lot of aspects to it. So I'm going to show today how to do a listing on here. And I'm going to go over just some of the features. Then I'll probably make a more in-depth video coming up here soon. But first of all, what can this software do? Well, it can manage your whole business. It has an analytics page where you can look at your analytics for everything you sell, put in pricing and, what it sold for on a certain site, and then how much you might have made, how much the fees were, et cetera, et cetera. So you can kind of handle all of your, how much your cost of goods was. I don't put in my cost of goods because I have an overall price sheet I have for this stuff, but you could keep your whole cost of goods in here, your shipping expenses, all your kind of numbers can go into the software, which is really nice. Another aspect is your dashboard. This is just to make sure everything's kind of working. Now, if there's an issue, right now we have a little issue on Poshmark. We encountered a problem with falling on Poshmark. This rarely happens, but sometimes Poshmark or eBay is doing an update. This was working fine yesterday, and they have to update and reconnect the software. I could probably restart it. It would just restart. But you can set this up in many different ways depending on what your business needs are. If you sell on Poshmark, you can have this automatically send offers. Same thing on eBay and Mercari. You can pick a percentage for it to send people, so 10%, 15%, and you can update a lot of things on here. So if you click on here, you can wait 10 to 15 minutes before shipping. You can do before sending an offer. You could do it, as long as you want to do it. You can do it, the next day. You can do it on old items only. You can kind of go really into depth on this. I just have them send offers out pretty much within, 10 to 15 minutes. And I just do 10% off and shipping and a shipping discount. But you can edit this. You can do free shipping, whatever you want to do that makes sense for your business. You can send bundle offers. It will take care of all the offer sending for you on every site, eBay, Mercari, Depop. And Etsy does have offers now. I think they accept offers on vintage stuff. I don't know about that because like I said, I haven't set that up. So I'd have to look at that one. For sharing on Poshmark, it will share your whole closet and take care of all that business. So you don't have to worry about sharing things. It'll follow people if you want to have that stuff set up. I don't worry too much about the following stuff. I just have it send offers and I have it share on Poshmark. eBay, it'll send offers. And then it will also relist things for you. I do not have it relisting anymore for me on Depop, because on Poshmark, because Poshmark was not liking things being deleted and relisted for a while. And until that's corrected, I'm just going to wait to do that on Poshmark. So I don't end things and relist them. But on eBay and Mercari and on Depop, on this right side, you can see I have recreates, which basically means a listing that has been listed for 60 days. I have it end and relist it, just so it kind of pops up on the site some. So you can have it do that, or you can turn those off. Like I said, I have it turned off right now on Depop. And then you can have it send offers on each site. Now, if you only use one of these or two of these sites, that's fine. The rest will just they won't be connected until you connect them. When you first start out on the software too, you will be, and let's say you've already listed like 200 things on eBay and that, or Poshmark, or just one of the sites. And you're like, okay, I want to start getting my listings over to other sites. You import your listings over from, let's say, Poshmark, and they will all kind of pop up here, just one row. So this row would pop up, and then I can kind of hit create list. I can copy them over to the other sites then. There will be like a little button here you can click to copy all your listings over. So if you only have like one site going right now, that's fine. It'll import them. If you have two sites going right now, let's say Poshmark and eBay, and you want to add Etsy, Depop, Mercari, or whatever, you will link both stores up. And when you link up both stores, it'll bring in the listings, and they'll show like this pair of shorts here, and then sometimes it'll be down here, another one. It'll be like the same listing, but you'll see it up here on Poshmark and down here on eBay. And then you just merge them together. You pull it on top of each other. And I'm only doing this because someone asked me this the other day, so I just want to answer this question. And it'll combine the listing so it's all nice and neat here for you like mine. And when one sells, this is my favorite feature of the whole entire software. When one sells, it'll automatically delete it off all of the sites for you. So that's one of the things that's very cool, that it just deletes everything. And you don't have to worry about doing that on each site. That's the main reason I got this software. Now I do have an affiliate link for this software, and like I said, I use it all the time, so that's why I got the affiliate link for it, because I just love it so much. It's basically my YouTube channel name, Hustling Hacks. That's my code. So if you use Hustling Hacks when you sign up, you will get 15% off your first month. And they're doing a 7-day, right now I saw they were doing a 7-day trial on here. So for pricing, they have different pricing depending on what you need. Now, right now it's June 13th, 2025. So if someone sees this video a month, a year, this could all be different. You know, people change their pricing. So this is what it is as of June 13th, 2025. So depending on what your needs are, it can be $35 a month all the way up to even more than $69. Right now, I paid $89 a month because for a long time I had a really big eBay store. I've now cut my store down to 500, so I'll probably be dropping down. But I had almost 3,000 listings for a while, so I was needing extra. I was listing a lot every day too. I was listing like 60 things a day, and I needed the extra credits here, these smart credits and things. So that's why I paid that much. Now I'm probably going to move down because I just recently moved and I've taken my store down. I'll probably move it down to a different level. So depending on what your needs are and how much, like you're looking for automation on things. So the $35 a month one is more like the automation stuff, like the relist, send offers. That's what you're getting for like the $35 a month on the sites. And then if you want to be able to copy things to other sites and run, if you're only running one site, like Poshmark, and you want it to do all your offers and sending stuff, you know, and take care of that for you, that's what this would be for. But if you want to copy listings over, you got to start over here at this $39 ones. You'll get $750 listing credits per month. So it just depends how much you're going to have to break down your numbers and see how much you kind of list a month. I don't do this for photos, background removal, or any of that kind of stuff. I do use the AI features, which I'm going to show you here in just a second. So that might be worth keeping the higher level for myself just because I do use that AI feature a lot. If you use this software to list, which is what I'm going to show you, that AI thing is actually very nice. So here's another price point here at 59 where you get 2,000 listing credits and 500 smart credits for the AI. So just kind of break your numbers down and see what makes sense for you. Like I said, if you use the code HUSTLINGHACKS, you will get 15% off your first month and you get a 7-day trial. The 7-day trial you could use really quickly, like before 7 days, because the 7-day trial, when I did it, it gave me like so many credits to start with and it let me try. I was able to like use all my credits within like 2 days because I just really used a lot of the software. So just keep that in mind. Back to the software. Okay, now to show you how to list something on here. And like I said, if you start using the AI to do your listing, then you may want to consider that when you sign up. And you may not want to use it, so you may not care about those smart credits. So add item, which was up in the right corner right there. Hopefully I didn't click on it here. I'll do it a little bit slower. So up here in the right-hand corner. Now I'm going to just do one item. But if you have more than one item that you're doing, you actually use bulk generate, and then you can do a bunch of items at once, which is kind of a really cool feature. And it's basically the same, it's just doing multiple items for you. So add an item, browse files, let's see, downloads. I have this LL Bean piece here, let's just upload the files really quick. And so I could go through, if I didn't want to use AI, and just start filling out some information here, like the title, category, brand, all that. The photos went in so quick. Do you see how quick those went in? So when you hit this generate listing, that's going to use one of those AI credits, the smart credits. Generate. This is one of the reasons I pay for the higher price too. You can kind of help it along. This is optional. Men, women, kids, I help it along, if you can do something just to make this quicker and make sure everything, because sometimes t-shirts and things, it could kind of go, either way, so it may not grab it right. But I haven't really had any problems with most of the things it writes are correct. There are things that I check over and have to fix sometimes, but I really like it. So here, like I said, it just pretty much filled out 90% of what I want filled out. LL Bean, lamb's wool, cardigan, sweater, full zip, green, Fair Isle, woman's, and I think they just write L. So that's like one thing I changed is I put in like large. And you could organize this in a different way. If you want the sizing up, higher in the beginning, you can do that too. If you want to do the woman's large towards the front, however you want to size it. I'm just going to leave it there for now. This description area, you can set this up to kind of be how you want it to be. You can have it say, if you want it to say something on all your listings at the beginning, if you have like the same thing, you want to say something about your store, you can do that. I don't do that anymore. I used to, but there's a place in here you can just kind of organize all this. Department, women's, type, sweater, wool, lamb's wool, length, mock neck, full zip, pockets. So you can kind of just check over this. This isn't really a raglan sleeve that much. I'll probably just delete the sleeve type. And let's see. Style was a full zip. I think I will add. I think sometimes I used to have something that just said like pre-owned. Nice shape. No rips, no stains. I think this is what I used to have in there. And I'll probably add it back in there. You can, then it picked excellent, which it is pretty much an excellent shape. It's lightly used. And then price, just do 29 for this. We are in the middle of summer, so this is where you could put in your custom goods or your SKU. So I did have a SKU number for this. I think it was, now I can't remember what I used for the SKU on this. I think it was around 1,500. I'll have to double check it. But this is where you put in the SKU number. I think I'll wait and add the SKU later just so I can double check it. This is the preset. So this is the area I kind of want to show. It's good to set this up So I have my shipping profiles set up for eBay. eBay is my main platform, so I sort of made everything for eBay. This isn't going to matter much on Poshmark and stuff because their shipping is one price. But if you are going to sell on eBay, it's good to kind of know a little bit about your weights of items. So you can set this up and set up your shipping presets. I set them up right here. You click the settings buttons and you can set this up. So I set up pricing for shipping of 2 pounds, shipping of 13 ounces and 10 ounces. So it'll always be the same. Those are my main weights that I personally use. And it's always like the same prices. This is also where you set up that description area. So you can have it have an introduction, include a short overview of your item, where it'll put in, you know, this one has an example for Levi jeans, classic Levi's 5. It'll write something. I don't want it to write something about this. That's why I have it just that one thing. You could have it, now if it was on Etsy, you might want to have some keywords. And this is where you could put like a custom thing in. This is probably where I could put in my, you know, pre-owned, and it'll pre-owned item. This is where it says I ship within 2 business days. This is like their set thing, but you could set your own thing here. I'm not going to set anything up just because I just, you don't want to click this. This resets your inventory. So that's where you set all of this stuff up. And then you also, like I said, I don't have it auto delist off Poshmark anymore, and I do that automatically now. But this is a good area to just get set up before you get started. So back to, wait a minute. Okay, so back here. So this item was a sweater. The shipping's going to be 2 pounds. Green and beige colors look right. It's going to guess some tags, which for eBay is not totally necessary. They do put them on eBay in this little area. I would assume like for Etsy, this would be important to check over because the tags on Etsy. This is for Poshmark. Now, so this is like your main thing that's going to go on every page. Well, now we're getting into the specific marketplaces down here. So if you have something you want to set up specifically, like Poshmark, you want to add a discount or anything random, you can do that there. eBay, just looking over to make sure things look right. See, my package weight went in here because I have the preset 2 pounds, 1084. I do 30 days. You know, this is all set up, this payment policy and return policy. If you don't set up your settings area where I showed you the settings was up here, this stuff will be blank and you'll have to fill it out every time. So you just want to do that so you can click, when you click that button up here, this all populates in for you. And it's really only important if you sell on eBay, or it is important on every site but Poshmark. So if you only use this for Poshmark, it's not necessary. And this shows me, you know, this is where I look over to make sure the AI got it right. Wool, 100% wool, lamb's wool, full zip, pockets, ribbed, zipper. I know, it's just not really a raglan. Fair Isle, long sleeve. And then this is Macari shipping. And then we're on Depop. So Depop shipping is kind of pricey. Let me just look at this really quick. It's not under a pound. It's under, Depop shipping is just kind of an expensive thing. You also can ship on Depop, like with your own shipping stuff. I don't do that just because I don't sell a ton on Depop. The shipping might be why I don't. I'm not sure. And then this is going to list right now as soon as I hit list item to both Poshmark, eBay, Macari, and Depop. So just list this item. And then just have to wait here a couple seconds, and it's going to all 4 sites just like that. I mean, look how fast that was. Back to inventory. There it goes. It's on all the sites right now. So we're good to go. And it's as simple as that. This is basically how I keep organized with all of my sites. So now I only have to come to this site to kind of look at everything, make sure everything's functioning. Sometimes I don't. If I'm not listing for a little while, I just let this take care of things, and I just come on and check the dashboard, make sure everything's running properly. So like I said, you can use HUSTLINGHACKS for 15% off your first month. you can kind of look into the pricing and see which one kind of works. You can always upgrade too. You know, if you do a month and run out of credits, you could always upgrade your credits or upgrade whatever you think you might need. If you need more, or I think you can also downgrade it. I'm not sure. I'm going to be downgrading mine soon, so I'll be able to tell you how that works. And my link will be in the description for Nifty.AI, so you can click right on the link and it'll bring you to Nifty.AI and you can try it out. And that's pretty much everything I want to talk about. If you have questions on how to use this or you want to see Etsy, let me know and I'll do another video on this. I might make a few videos on this just because I'm so obsessed with this software. I love it so much. It's just made everything so much easier. It's like having a little assistant without, you know, that big of a cost to take care of all this. It's really nice. So thanks for watching. Leave a comment if you have any questions below, and that's all for today.